It's Stu from Retro Hollywood, but in this video I'm going a bit British. Star Trek Original Series versus Blake 7. Now, I'm not going to give you an introduction to Star Trek Original Series because I'm going to assume you all know about Star Trek Original Series. Blake 7 was a 52-episode TV series that started in 1978 and ended in 1981. Made by the makers of Doctor Who. On the left is Blake, on the right is two of the female cast members who kept the male audience happy for obvious reasons. In the distant future, the universe has gone to crap, thanks to people like this in front of you. Travis. In front of you is Avon, played by Paul Darrow. Avon is trying to get free of the Federation, the people who are causing all the problems, and he, Blake, and a few others escape in a spacecraft called the Liberator. Now, for decades, Blake 7 was one of those hard-to-get shows. After it ended in 1981, I spent a good part of the 1980s trying to find a damn thing, because in those days there was no DVD and much fewer channels. So actually finding Blake 7 for reruns in the 1980s was a hell of a task. In the 1990s, I finally got my hands on some VHS videotapes of the series, and that was a great joy. In the early 1990s, I went Blake 7 crazy, constantly rewatching episodes to the point where I overkilled the series. In the 1990s, I had a weird face-to-face encounter with some Australian Blake 7 fans, and to use the word geeks would be a polite term. The guy in question was an absolute freak. But now in the 21st century, we can enjoy Blake 7 with a wonderful DVD box set with commentaries on some of the episodes, all beautifully laid out. Highly recommended the Blake 7 DVD box set. Okay, I'm done with introductions. Let's get on to the gist of this video. Star Trek versus Blake 7. Now, in my opinion at least, this guy in front of you, the guy I previously mentioned, Avon, played by Paul Darrow, he is the main similarity Blake 7 has with Star Trek. Avon is cold-blooded, very logical. Sometimes he stands in a silent mode in deep thought, just like Mr. Spock in Star Trek. There is so much of Avon and Mr. Spock combined. They really do resemble each other in my personal opinion, and others have said the same thing. So that is the main similarity between Blake 7 and Star Trek. Avon and Spock resemble each other. I personally like Star Trek more than Blake 7. But if you have just watched all 3 seasons of classic Trek and want a bit more classic space stuff, Blake 7 might be a good option because it only ran for 52 episodes, as opposed to 90s series Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which ran for 176 episodes, which is just way too long. Don't get me wrong, this Star Trek version had some great hours, but 176 hours is just too bloody long. Some would say Blake 7 has more in common with Dirty Harry than Star Trek, but say whatever you like. Stu from Australia, signing out.